Hello and welcome back to High Vibe Table Talks. Happy Monday! This is your Monday motivation episode, and today the lesson that I want to share with you and impress upon your week is you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. So many times in entrepreneurship, in life, when we're starting something new, we can run into failure, we can have to pivot, we can hit a roadblock that makes us kind of stop and go, oh, am I going in the right direction? And sometimes when we have to put something down or pivot or change our business model, we can feel like, wow, all of that work that I just put in is for naught. And I have to pretty much start over. An example for me in this past year, I had my community platform that I was hosting on Mighty Networks, and it wasn't growing the way that I had hoped. It wasn't going the direction that I had hoped. And so I had to put that down and ended the contract with Mighty Networks 2 months ago. And sometimes it can feel like, wow, what a failure. I'm starting back from square one. And so I want you to think about, if you're in that moment, you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. When you're in a moment of pivoting or changing or putting something down to start something new, reflecting back on, are there lessons that I have gathered from there? Are there things that I did that I am now taking? They're in my toolbox. They're, part of my uniform that I now get to wear, that I get to take into the next thing. I've had a couple of these just in like the pivots of my career. I remember when I left teaching, I went to school to be a teacher and had that career for a couple of years. And I felt like, oh my gosh, I just invested so much time and effort and money into getting my degree in education. And now I'm putting it down to go work for a startup company. And yes, I wasn't going down the path that I thought, but there is so much that I learned while getting my degree and being in education for a couple of years and creating curriculums and working with students and creating classroom psychology and structure that I still use in creating my business today. And so again, I wasn't starting from scratch. I was starting from experience. It can just be so easy to throw it all in the air or even try to drag things on because we feel like we're going to be starting from scratch. But as people who are growing and constantly learning, we're constantly absorbing this information, whether we're doing it consciously or subconsciously. So if you are in a season of starting something new, of transition, of pivoting, and you're a little bit frustrated with that current season, remember that you are starting from experience. You're not starting from scratch. I hope this was helpful. I hope this kicks you off into a great week. Thank you for joining this Monday motivation of High Vibe Table Talks, because remember, big dreams and small steps will transform your life.